Our story begins over 20,000 years ago, in a world vastly that is different from the one we know today. A time when mammoths roamed the frozen tundra, vast ice sheets covered much of the northern hemisphere, and humanity, small groups of nomadic hunter-gatherers, embarked on one of the greatest journeys in history, the migration to the Americas. But how did they get there? What challenges did they face? And what does the latest science reveal about these pioneering explorers? Join us as we uncover the mystery of early human migration to America. To understand how humans reached the Americas, we need to go back in time to the Ice Age, a period when massive glaciers dominated the landscape. The Earth was colder, and sea levels were dramatically lower, by as much as 400 feet lower than today. This meant that areas currently underwater, like the Bering Strait between Siberia and Alaska, were once dry land. Scientists called this ancient land Bridgeberingia, a vast, treeless steppe. It stretched for hundreds of miles, connecting Asia and North America. For decades, scholars believed the first Americans arrived via Beringia around 13,000 years ago, following large game animals through an ice-free corridor into the heart of North America. This became known as the Clovis First Theory. However, new archaeological discoveries are challenging that idea. Sites like Monteverde in Chile, dating back at least 14,500 years, suggest humans were in the Americas earlier than previously thought. Could they have arrived another way? One alternative theory suggests that instead of walking across Beringia, early humans may have traveled along the Pacific coastline by boat. This Kelp Highway hypothesis proposes that migrants followed the rich marine ecosystems along the edge of the ice, feeding on fish, shellfish, and seaweed. Recent archaeological evidence supports this idea, with ancient sites found on islands along the Pacific coast showing signs of early human presence. But who were these early pioneers? Genetic research suggests that their ancestors came from Northeast Asia, likely a mix of various populations. DNA from ancient remains, such as the 12,600-year-old Anzic child found in Montana, links modern Native Americans to these early migrants. The story deepens with the discovery of Lucia in Brazil, whose skull shape resembles populations from Southeast Asia or even Australia. Could multiple groups have made the journey at different times? Survival was no easy feat. These early settlers faced extreme weather, dangerous predators, and the challenges of adapting to unfamiliar landscapes. They hunted megafauna like mammoths and giant sloths. But as the climate warmed and ice sheets melted, many of these large animals went extinct. This forced humans to diversify their diet, develop new tools, and establish more permanent settlements. The descendants of these early migrants would go on to create the rich and diverse indigenous cultures of the Americas. From the Clovis toolmakers to the early mound builders of North America, and from the civilizations of Mesoamerica to the Andean cultures of South America, the impact of these ancient journeys still resonates today. The story of early human migration to America is still being written. With every new discovery, whether it's an ancient tool buried in the soil or a DNA analysis revealing unexpected connections, we get closer to understanding the incredible journey that shaped the history of the Americas. What other secrets lie waiting to be uncovered? Only time will tell. Yes, only time will tell. If you enjoyed this journey through history, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating explorations of our past and present. Until next time, keep asking questions, keep exploring, and keep the spirit of discovery alive.